Technology has had a great impact upon my thriller sequence opening, allowing easy access to tools and equipment for the highest success of our production through the lens. It was important that I held a full knowledge of what technology is, so that I can apply it to my work and define it appropriately. After exploring what technology is from a wide range of sources, I could define technology as the use of applications that's been constructed to add pleasure and also practicability into one's lifestyle. It is also the idea of one's knowledge towards innovation that has improved human life. It is a key element in the creation of successful media products, and has imposed a great involvement for the creation of my thriller production, whereupon the success of my work lies entirely within this department. I use a wide variety of new media technology available to me, using tools such as filming equipment, editing softwares, and also After Effects programs throughout the production and post-production stages, enhancing my project and improving my skills, using them to my advantage as I create my production. During the production stage, I got to familiarise myself well with the first piece of equipment that was essential for the production of our thriller sequence, this being the Nikon Canon camera DSR-3100, as well as the school's camera provided. This was used to record all shots for our opening sequence, giving us high quality shots and allowing our group to create effects at an easy dispense. When I was not in shots, I took part in filming rolls from both cameras, getting to experience each one, as well as trying out great effects and shots for the production of our sequence. Most noteworthy was the use of extreme close-ups I got to record of characters' facial expressions, as I found by capturing this, it will link to the thriller genre closely, as audiences get a glimpse of emotions through characters' eyes, connoting suspense and mystery, a great convention that's typically used in a thriller film. By comparing both the cameras, we felt that the Nikon Canon camera provided us with more professionalised shots and contained many features, allowing us to create effects such as a focus pull, zooming in, and also white balance in footage to ensure that lighting is consistent throughout. When my character did not appear in the shots, I had a go at shooting scenes with the Nikon camera. It gave me high quality effects, allowing me to successfully blur backgrounds and focus upon the characters, as well as tracking them with handheld shots. This piece of equipment I would rate as an 8 out of 10, as our group needed to ensure that the battery is high and the SD card was not too full. Sometimes this interfered with filming, however, compared to the high quality shots we were gaining from this, it did not matter too much. If I was to redo this, I probably would have attempted other features of the camera, such as the focus pull, as this effect was used quite regularly throughout the sequence to give it that eerie suspenseful feel, so I probably would have wanted to be more adventurous with the camera and try something audacious. The second piece of technology that was used for our production was known as the boom mic. This is mostly used during filming to cut out background noise and focus upon audio whilst characters communicate with one another, allowing audiences to successfully understand what they're saying. This piece of equipment was not introduced to us till we had to reshoot some scenes consisting within the woods. The wind ambience dominated most of our shots from the first and second day of filming, resulting in us having to use a boom mic to reshoot the dialogue within the woods to make the dialogue sound clearer to audiences. The results were efficacious, and we could hear the dialogue loudly and clearly, allowing us to pursue onwards towards perfecting the editing. The boom mic was fairly easy to handle. Constructing it was an easy task, simply screwing it together and fastening it at the top with the end cord plugged into the camera. After this, we simply had to switch it on and off and commence filming. It had adjustable sizes, allowing us to position it with the respectable length that we needed for each shot. We also needed to turn the boom mic off to preserve the battery's life, importantly remembering to switch it back on before filming, as well as ensuring that the tip of the microphone does not interfere with the shot. Personally, I would rate the boom mic a 9.5 out of 10. It was an essential piece of equipment that successfully pushed our production forwards. Without it, our shots would have been dominated mostly by background ambience, making it harder for our characters' dialogues to be heard. Here, this is what the dialogue sounds like without a boom mic.
Well, here we are.
And here is what it sounds like with a boom mic.
Well, here we are.
The boom mic was a piece of equipment that was used regularly throughout reshooting and provided me with clean dialogue from characters, the background noise barely audible within the shot. If I was to improve on anything, I would ensure that the boom mic was used consistently throughout all shots to give me the clean reception of dialogue amongst characters in the shot. During post-production stages, a form of new media technology we used was a software program called Adobe Premiere Pro to construct the footage. Here, this is where I took a more dominant role in this department, importing, editing and manipulating the footage together, ensuring that everything is right for our sequence and links into the thriller genre. The program allowed me to successfully edit one of the most successful scenes that we had in our sequence, this being the newspaper article where the camera zooms into the picture and ends up being that establishing shot for our main location. For this I used Adobe to edit the scene. Using the features and effects to my advantage, I used the transitioning shot to successfully jump scenes, gradually making that soft change appear more realistic and not too harsh. I felt this went very successful. The software allowed me to create this effect very well, something of which we were worried about during planning regarding whether this shot could be possible or not. However, the shot was a success, and the audience feedback that we received regarded the shot with much enthusiasm and awe. Another effect that I used regularly during the sequence was the manipulation of the speed durations. Here, using Adobe, I successfully managed to speed up and slow down scenes where I thought it would be necessary. So during the climatic scenes, where the two characters are running at the end, I managed to speed the scene up to connote danger for audiences, as the scene becomes very fast-paced and suspenseful. Additionally, I slowed down the scene where Grace sees the hand reflecting upon the glass to show its importance significance to audiences. This effect was a great feature on the program and was used quite regularly to alter speed for our production, giving it a more realistic feel to it. Yet I needed to ensure that speed altering was not too fast nor too slow to make the scene look too silly, so I experimented a lot with speeds to get the best duration for the footage. I would rate the editing program a 9.5 out of 10. I felt Adobe Premiere Pro was very effective and allowed me to easily manipulate and work on scenes with many features available to me at an easy use. As I was more dominant in editing, I felt like I've enhanced my skills throughout this time greatly. However, if I was to improve on anything, I probably would have worked on colour alterations, as I felt that there was a scene at the end where the characters were running that could have maybe been adjusted slightly using the colour alteration options available to me. So maybe just using the program to the best of my advantage and explore all features throughout maybe could have improved the further success of the project. Adobe After Effects was another piece of new media technology used to construct our titles and credits for our production. The software program allowed our group to use templates that we could alter and fit into our story as well as our genre. Our group used an effect that made the letters jump and blink, setting in a tense, suspenseful feeling for audiences, connoting mystery and unknown. I would rate the titles a 9.5 out of 10. The use of the titles were highly effective for audiences who thought that it added an air of realism towards our production. They also commented upon how they related back to the thriller genre well, especially with the effects added and the colours used. If I was to improve on the production, I would have liked to have contributed towards the production of the titles. The job looked fulfilling and helped construct the sequence together, making it seem authentic and raw to audiences. So for me, next time, I would have been more involved within this department and tried different skills to enhance my knowledge.